you just like that. Read a couple more verses here. It says, for wickedness condemned by her own witness is very timorous, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. Like that situation with the Twin Towers. When the Twin Towers came down, you had this one crack on the phone talking to the dispatcher at the 911, the operator, and you could tell that he was a proud devil, you know, and you could tell that he was like talking shit, probably used to talk down to Jake. But then when that day came and he was like talking, even in the midst of that, he was nervous. And then when that thing, that building came down, oh my Lord, oh God, or whatever the hell he said, he was screaming. You know, so the Lord's going to take that spirit off of you. That proud spirit that you devils have, the Lord's going to take that spirit off of you. And you're going to fear. You're going to fall in place, so to speak, and then the Most High is going to crush you.
So let's go back. Let's go back.
A witness ourselves of the originators of what you see today. Whether it be GMS or the other guys, these guys are just, you know, they're just followers of the original regime of Israelites that came from a place called the Israeli School of UPK. All right? We'll give you some history on this school. We have went through this school, all right, and until we found Christ. And we'll give you some history that will give you enough information to weigh whether or not you want to deal with that type of spirit. Before these groups popped up all over the place, who were their teachers? Before there was a YouTube. Who were they? Okay? I'm going to go down a list here, and I'm going to show you some of the original teachers and what their agenda was. All right? And the majority of what these men taught have trickled down to the groups you see today, cursing and teaching reincarnation, holding on to the star of Moloch, not understanding that it was called the Megan David by Jewish people. They hid it under the name of David because they didn't want the world to understand that this was a satanic symbol that our children of Israel were getting sacrificed under. So they hid it under Megan David. Megan David was a Rothschild. So they put the word David there because in the scriptures you have a King David. So by using David, you would think it was talking about King David, but in fact, it's Megan David. It's the highest wicked symbol on the earth. These black men, these brothers, upheld this because they seen this symbol in Russian icons,
like he ain't black,
and European icons. They seen the different Baphomet symbols and all that in the Russian icons when our people ruled Europe. But what they don't teach is that symbol was linked to wickedness, and our people were wicked in Russia and in Europe. So just because they held this symbol does not mean that this symbol is the symbol of our fathers. Okay? There is no symbol that represents God's people. Our spirit show and prove. Let's get back on course here. Before there was all these groups here, the Israeli Church of God in Jesus Christ, Israeli Church of UPK, Israeli School of UPK, Great Millstone, or whatever they may call themselves. These are the men that started it. And we're going to bring it right around, and we're going to make sure you understand how this goes into the reincarnation teaching. In the 70s, there was a man that his name was Abba Bivens. Okay? Now, when we were there, earlier in the early 90s, here in Philadelphia, we learned, Abba Bivens, they was teaching us that Abba Bivens was Elijah or Elias in reincarnation. Now, we're going to prove and see if that's correct. So don't forget, this is how this stuff was built. This is what it was built on. They said that Maisha, may the Lord rest his soul, they said that Maisha was Moses, Daniel, and Peter in reincarnation.
Let's go back. Now he's supposed to know the name of the Most High, right? What do you call him, Ahia? and he called the son of the Lord Yeshaya, right? Now, he saw Masha's name, and he can't even say Masha. He said Maisha. There ain't no Maisha. The word is Masha. Now, like I said, he got those idiots, those zombies following his dumbass, talking about Ahia and Yeshaya. Because he broke it down the right way, because supposedly Ariel had the wrong way. But my thing is this: who the hell taught you the Hebrew? Where'd you learn that Hebrew from, man? Please do a video on that and tell me where you learned the Hebrew. Tell me that an angel came down and opened up the Torah and showed you how to read the Hebrew. Did you go to a yeshiva? You learned the Hebrew from the men that you're talking shit about, man. So you ain't no expert on the Hebrew. And the reason why you did that is because you wanted to take, all these guys do the same thing. Nate does the same thing. When you watch those guys teaching, the scriptures that they're going into, they wouldn't figure out them scriptures in a million years. They learned them scriptures from the main school that he's talking shit about those men. Now, the name of that site right there, that video was an old video. I think that was put up in 2010 maybe, and it was re-put up maybe about 6 months ago. Now, the video is on one of the tabs, and the name of the YouTube account is called Judah's Back. Judah's, like a Judah is back, Judah's back. So number one, how did he figure out that he was a Judite? Number one, okay? If you go by Genesis, the 49th chapter, and Deuteronomy, the 33rd chapter, and other scriptures, you got that from, like I said, you wouldn't have figured this thing out in a million years. You call that site Judah's Back. The word Judah, how do you say Judah in the Hebrew? I'd like you to break that down to me. How do you break that down? Because that word Judah cuts Ahia. That's right. That's right.
It cuts Yahia being the Most High, the Supreme. So let's go back.
We're going to see if that's the case. Ya'iqua, may the Lord rest his soul. Ya'iqua was Ariel's father. Okay? I have old tapes of him breaking down the Star of David, saying it's negative and positive, but, you know, I guess the true information wasn't complete when he was coming up. He was just dealing with what he could get at that time. So we don't really blame the elders for going into that, because when you don't have anything, you grab onto whatever you think belongs to you. So
yeah,
a
that's
lot
why
of
them
these
niggas
brothers
them
grabbed
zombies
this
are
Star
following
David
your ass.
in ignorance. So you had Ya'iqua, then you had the brother Lahab. You may hear brothers speak about Lahab all the time, that he got money and all those things. He was one of the original guys in the church.
Yeah, he's a
Now
wicked
these guys
nigga.
end up breaking off from Abba Bivens, who called himself Elijah, who they even taught in their school was Elijah. Then you had Yeshaya.
They didn't break
Okay.
off. They didn't break
He's the
off
brother
from
you may see with the long-
Abba died. Abba went down to Trenton to try to wake up them knucklehead Muslims that the Most High gonna destroy you niggas that's in the Islam and you Moors and you Baptists and you Methodists and you Jehovah Witness and you Seventh-day Adventists. The Most High gonna destroy you niggas, cause all you niggas heard us one way or another about being a Hebrew Israelite or Israelite on YouTube. So they know the Most High already marked you guys. You heard the word. Prophets have been before you. You forsook the word. Now you're going to suffer death. All right?
Here sometimes. A very outspoken brother, was a good teacher.
Who you talking
Brother
about, Lahab? Lahab
Very
wasn't no...
quiet.
Oh, Yeshaya was a
brother.
jokester, man. Why don't you tell the truth about Yeshaya? Yeshaya was a fucking jokester, man. All the guy did on the Friday night class was tell jokes. Yeah, Friday night at the Apollo, man. But, I mean, he did have some knowledge. He had some information. But he told a lot of jokes, man. And every once in a while, you catch him, you learn some information from the guy. I'll give you that. But where is he now? Where's Lahab now? Huh? Where's Yeshaya now? Where's Lahab now? Go ahead.
Good demeanor with him, all right? But he was a part of the original 7. You had Brother Kazak, who was real well with the history, very good. Him and Yeshaya were very good historians.
Kazak
And